What's up, everybody? It's your girl D here, and welcome to 3D Rivals, your first time offense against stupid movies. As always, I'm joined by my brother Derek.
What's up?
And our friend Dan.
What's going on?
And today we are going to talk about the future of DC and James Gunn's plans for it. DJ's not here because he has cooties, but he'll be with us next week.
Wow, putting him out there like that.
Sure.
Yeah, he do though.
You do. So.
Shout out to D though, man. Hope you make a speedy recovery. I don't know where you got them cooties from, but whoever it was, give him a phone call. Tell him this is the last time that y'all will interact.
Yes, so about 3 weeks ago, I know we are a little bit late, but we're busy people. James Gunn dropped a video basically showing it the first chapter of DC's future plan, 10-year plan or whatever. Now, I understand, is the first chapter a 10-year plan or is it overall a 10-year plan?
I thought it was overall a 10-year plan.
Okay, so we just know about chapter 1 titled Gods and Monsters.
Correct, yes.
Okay. And then the first show he mentioned was Creature Commandos.
Yes, and it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
7 episodes.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are. I didn't know
either.
how to feel about it. I was just like, is this the thing that's supposed to get us back on board?
I mean, I guess they figured maybe we should go in a different direction, try something new, maybe that people have not seen yet. Because I mean, when you think about the DC, what have we not seen yet?
Right, everything but Superman and Batman.
Yeah. So maybe he's just like, all right, let me throw something new out there and see how it connects.
I agree, and that's kind of one thing I think I kind of like and hate by his plan is because it's like I've been saying, I think we've all been saying that DC needs to do something different.
I agree.
I don't know when to say if it's a problem or not, is that you're doing something different with I know nothing about. It's like, when Marvel said, we're going to give you a talking raccoon, it was after they gave us 6 movies of things we did know.
Yeah.
I feel that.
DC said, yo, we coming back and we're going to give you a cartoon called Creature Commandos. And I'm like, I don't know who these people are. Even when they gave the characters list, I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
Yeah. Neither do I. But maybe it will spark a little bit of the research bug in some of the DC fans, or maybe some of these DC fans already know what this is. But I'm going to have to do a little research on it.
I'm going to do a lot of research. And then just the name alone doesn't really make me want to research it.
It does not sound interesting. Not adult interesting.
Exactly. And I'm sure it'll be mature, but I don't know. I just feel like when it's a character I don't know, like later down the line I mentioned Booster Gold, who's like, I know the name, but I don't know much about his character. I feel like I will look him up. These people I'm not quite sure about.
You're not going to look him up at all?
I kind of don't want to.
But you're not curious at all?
But why? It seems weird.
I always give a show a chance with the first episode.
I
mean, it is a cartoon.
Right.
And I could see them testing it out, putting in new things with a cartoon, because you can do more with a cartoon than you can do with a live action show or a movie.
Fair enough.
Right.
So,
but why this cartoon?
I don't know.
I mean, if we've had Batman and Superman cartoons
already, when it comes
so...
to that, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to mention something, but then I was like, oh, wait, Batman's in that, so that doesn't count. I was like, well, give me another season of Young Justice, but Batman is definitely in that show.
Yes,
he's definitely in that. You can't, I mean, I ain't going to say you can't. Can you? Do you kind of need the Dark Knight? Because, I mean, when it comes to DC, the first superhero you think of is who?
It's Batman.
Yeah. So with anything, I guess to pull in the original fans and trying to gain new ones, you got to throw Batman in there.
For sure. But that's how you get your casual fans, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know who these people are, but if you told me Batman was showing up in it, I'm going to watch the episode with Batman. It's like the, what's the name of that cartoon that I don't like?
There's a lot of cartoons that you don't like.
Harley Quinn.
Okay.
I definitely only watched the episodes Batman was in.
Okay. Those were funny episodes for real. Those were good. I honestly like the show. I feel like there's a bit much to it on the mature side, but I do like the show though.
Yeah.
I will say
I did find it was extra.
It was definitely extra. Bane is definitely my favorite character. But it's definitely extra.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, and you're right. I should give it a chance and be like, I don't know who these people are or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was my initial thought. Like,
And I will still go with my premise. I mean, it is a cartoon.
Right. It is a cartoon. So I imagine, they can make it pretty entertaining.
does
being
it
as a
seem like it's
cartoon.
going to be entertaining? It seems like it's going to
hard
be
to
serious.
It's hard to tell. Like, I mean, serious is sometimes entertaining though, right?
Okay, I guess. But I mean, like, when you say entertaining, like, is it going to be in the lines of Harley Quinn? Is it going to be in the lines of Young Justice? Or is it going to be like Titans? I mean, I know Titans isn't a cartoon.
I
but-
hope it's not in the line of Harley Quinn. We don't really need more cartoons like that.
No.
Right.
One is enough.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe too much, but but I don't think we need more cartoons like that. So hopefully this is like kind of a good mixture between serious and comical.
Okay.
It sounds comical.
I think it will be because of Amanda Waller being in the show too,
Right.
and
but
she's
see,
not like a comical character. Like they don't use her character in less serious things.
True enough. Now, but see, now that brings us to the next show, which was Waller, which is a live action TV show.
Yes.
And that brings another thing where they're saying that the cartoons and the shows and the movies will cross,
Yes.
which made me
And
a
the
little
actors that voice the cartoons will also
play
their character in a show or movie.
That made me a little nervous because
Not all voice actors are good actors and vice versa.
that, yes, for sure, everyone can't do it. And then it's like, am I now obligated to watch a TV show or a cartoon that I'm not interested in?
I think
Probably.
maybe for like to know what this background of this character is, but I don't think it's if you don't watch this, you're not gonna understand this movie.
See, that was my thing. Like, if I don't watch Creature Commandos, do I now don't? That's what it's called.
I don't know why
It
it
is
sounds so
good.
funny now. Like when you said it earlier, it wasn't as funny, but now that you said it, it's even more hilarious. But okay, go ahead.
That's what it's called, right? So then it's like,
Yeah.
if I don't watch that, do I not understand Waller? And if I don't watch Waller, do I not understand? Because it said like that's going to be tied into Peacemaker, which is another thing. Like I have zero interest in that
Is
show.
it still John Cena?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I know people said that it's
Yeah,
really
people
good.
like the show. I've never watched it.
I don't want to see it, and I'm not going to. But like Waller seems like something that may be interesting. But then it's like if it's directly tied into this other thing, is that another thing that you want me to watch now?
I'm gonna say yeah, because I mean all of this is new. Like right,
Right.
this is all James Gunn's vision. So if he's
Right.
throwing all these new shows out there, I can't see us being able to miss one and still be able to stay connected with everything else that's
That's
going
disappointing to me.
on. Is it?
Yeah,
You don't have the time,
I don't want to have the time.
but
I'm
do you
a
have the time?
busy person.
Okay, so no.
But I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I don't want to watch, I'm not going to say it again, but if I don't want to watch Peacemaker, it should be fine. Like, I should be able to skip Peacemaker, watch Waller, and then watch whatever movie, Superman Legacy or something, and be fine.
Well, I look at it like for me, it's like, okay, if I watch a show or a movie and I really liked it and it had connection to something else, because if I liked it, I'm more inclined to go back
True.
and watch something. But I mean, if I watch the movie and don't like it, then I'm going to keep going on. Like I'm not going to be like, oh well, let me watch the show. So
Well, yeah.
that's the thing for me is they have to out of one of these projects, like something has to catch me
Exactly.
to want to watch something.
And that's the thing. Like, all of these things, if you're going to connect, they have to be good.
Right,
Yeah.
they do. Or else
Yeah.
the next piece is not going to be as intriguing as the first one was. But
Yeah.
it makes me think about like the Age of Ultron with the Avengers. Okay, the movie in itself was not that great, but like once you saw the other movies and like started making the connections, like it made me want to go back and watch it. And now that I'm watching it, it's kind of watching it from a different perspective.
Because you have a
Yeah.
more
It made the movie better,
appreciation for it.
honestly.
Yeah, it made the movie better. Definitely made the movie better. So I don't know. I don't think he has that leeway here, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's like you said, it has to be good in order for us to keep on watching everything else. So we kind of got to just wait and see. But if it's a cartoon, I'm expecting a lot out of it. With it being a cartoon,
Because you have, by
Yeah.
it being a cartoon, you have more freedom to do basically whatever you want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
anything.
true.
So with these characters that are being newly introduced to a lot of the fan base, I would say, me definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine they're gonna try some pretty off the wall extravagant things.
Yeah,
So
well,
I'm
you
looking forward to
kinda
seeing
got
that.
Like, if you're gonna drop something that I would assume the majority of people haven't heard of,
What's it called?
Creature
Creature
Commandos. It's so ridiculous. I didn't even do that. That if you're gonna drop something like that, that it really does have to be something that grabs everyone's attention, because the casual fan,
Mm,
which will be me, because outside of Batman, I don't know who these people are.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Like, the casual fan is, I'm gonna go into the like, what is this? And you got to grab me on episode 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Make me interested. Like, what's gonna make me come back for episode 2, episode 3,
Yeah.
episode 4?
And then it's like, if this is connected to Waller, then she better be super interesting in this cartoon to maybe want to watch her live action show. Now, I do like the fact that it is Viola Davis,
Yeah.
because she's a terrific actress.
Mm-hmm.
She is
And-
awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
And I like
can-
her as Waller too.
Yeah, so I can
Because
see
the
that.
different actors that play Waller in the CW shows and other shows,
They've been kind of weak.
Arrowverse.
They've been weak. They have
Yeah.
not been great. But it's like, but I really like her character. Like, when she showed up in like the cartoons,
Mhm.
I like that. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I was interested to see a show about her. But then it's like the stuff surrounding that, I'm not so much interested in. But I mean, I'll give it a chance. But
I dig it. I
Yeah.
dig it.
so then next up on his list was Superman Legacy, right?
Yeah.
The film.
The movie. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I thought this was interesting.
It's the only thing with a release date too.
Yeah, but they don't have a Superman yet.
Well, it's
Oh,
2 years.
yeah, right.
2 years
It
and
is- it
4
is.
months.
2 years, but like, do you know how long it's gonna take you
Right.
to find the Superman?
I think they do. I think they keep
haven't-
it close.
Right, you need about a year in production, right?
Yeah, I think they do.
they
I
don't
kinda-
have a
I think
ton
they're
of
trying to
time.
pull a Marvel,
I kind of feel like they.
and it's like, now
do.
don't say anything.
Yeah, I kind of feel like
Yeah.
they do have somebody in mind too, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I guess either they gonna name drop them when the movie is like actually in production and ready to go,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't know, but I do think that they have somebody in mind that they want to
Yeah.
be Superman. We obviously know that it's gonna be a younger guy.
Right, they
Mm-hmm.
did say that they wanted to go young because
They
talking about
wanted to
10
be
years.
in,
Mm-hmm.
Which
across
that makes sense.
movie arcs. Yeah.
But then I'm going to bring something about that later when we talk about will this work.
Okay.
I didn't get it on. Did they say what storyline this was based off of?
It was Grant something.
Okay, well, I asked that like
It
I
w-
know more than like 2 Superman storylines.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm like,
it's like
I
I
don't know.
remember him making mention of it,
Yeah, that's
and when
fine.
I
It's
first
not
watched it
important.
3 weeks ago. But it is, I want to say Garrett Morris. I want to say,
That's the writer.
yeah, for the comic books.
You
Yeah, the dude that was from Jamie Foxx show and Martin. I'm like, what?
Not
They
that
want to
dude.
go younger?
No, the writer,
Okay.
the writer, because I think he has written numerous of story arcs.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure they're great. I don't know.
I don't know. I would have to look into that, but
Yeah, I don't think I've ever read a Superman comic book.
I don't either. It's been most
To
of the
be
comic books I
honest-
read is either Batman or it's all Marvel.
To be honest, it's been, for me, Batman, the X-Men, for some weird reason, Superboy. Yeah, because he
Explain.
partnered a lot with Green Lantern,
Mm,
the Kyle Reiner
Okay.
one,
Uh-huh.
and I read a lot of Green Lantern comic books as well.
okay.
So, the Superboy that was introduced was the clone that was Lex Luthor's DNA and Clark's DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And so that Superboy picked up steam. Like, he became very popular. You know, he had the leather jacket and the glasses in the 90s.
Swag. man.
But yeah.
Swag.
So I read more of his comic books, and I'm with y'all. I don't think I had ever read a Superman comic book.
I don't think I have either.
I've well, no, The Death of Superman, I read that as a graphic novel.
No, you read it as
No,
a
I
novel.
read that as a novel.
The graphic novel's a comic.
Yeah, the graphic novel is a comic book. Graphic novel is a comic book, but it's the complete
it's
series.
really thick.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
book with
it's a book
pictures.
with pictures.
Used
So
to love
what
those
do-
in kindergarten.
So, what do you call a giant snake book?
I don't know.
a sticker novel.
It's a grand
A
picture novel.
A grand
Grand
sticker
novel or something.
picture novel.
Grand has to be on there somewhere. Though.
But yeah, I read the actual novel of the Death of Superman. So yeah, I haven't read a Superman comic book.
Yeah, me
Ever.
neither. Like ever. So whatever storyline this is based off of, I'm sure
I
it's good.
don't
I
know
guess.
So yeah, I don't know it, but
I
okay.
have no idea.
Either way, we know it's gonna be earlier on
Oh.
in Clark's career.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison is the name.
Grant Morrison.
Grant?
Said Garrett.
You
Yep.
said Garrett. Really threw me off. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I do think is interesting is that James Gunn does seem to be more interested in actually capturing the true essence of Superman. I think something that we're missing in the Snyder universe, because Zack Snyder has an interest in making everyone dark and moody and gray. And that's just not who Superman is, right? Like Superman is not this moody, brooding character, right?
Yeah.
He's happy because he was raised by Martha and
Jonathan. Yes.
Yes, right? Like they raised him on a farm to be like this really nice and peaceful guy with a bunch of morals, which is why I hate Superman, because he's so nice. I don't want a nice superhero.
But you like Captain America.
Excuse me, Captain America can fight. I don't hear this.
Superman can't fight.
No, he's really strong, but he ain't got them hands.
So
though.
therefore, he don't need the hands.
Don't need the hands.
Anybody who has the hands can do nothing with him.
That's
And it don't matter what you got.
Right.
Unless you got some kryptonite gloves or something. That's your only chance.
So I am glad to see that. So this is a Superman movie I watched. I think I've seen them all.
And what's the
so.
slogan? Truth, justice,
And the
American way.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he's a
Well, you gotta-
lamer
no,
version of
no,
Captain
not-
America.
Not even gonna get into it.
Yeah. So after that, then we have the Lanterns TV show.
Now I want this to be really good
I do
on
want it to be good
two fronts because I like the Lanterns.
for some reason.
Yes.
I mean, the Legends are.
And it's supposed to be like a mystery intergalactic cop.
Yeah, like a space detective
Yeah.
show, which seems interesting.
Mhm.
He did say on the lines of True Detective.
Yeah.
I think True Detective is overrated. I'm sorry.
But
But-
a lot of people like True Detective.
A lot of people like True Detective.
Yeah.
So business wise, good decision.
Good decision. Like if
yeah.
it truly is.
Yeah. And Hal Jordan and Jonathan Stewart are the main
Right.
ones.
Which is those were the two that was in the cartoon too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the cartoons don't use Kyle Reiner.
And he was the first one.
No, Hal Jordan is the first.
Oh, who's Kyle Reiner then?
He honestly was the very last one.
Oh, and they don't even use him?
Mm-hmm.
Do people not like
He's
him?
the most recent one. I don't know.
Well, wait, how is he recent? I don't know who this is. You know who that is? See?
No.
I don't know who it is.
We don't have enough show to explain, but Hal Jordan ends up turning bad because he realized that if you kill off the other Lanterns, you gain their ring powers.
And he wants all the
And
power.
he wants all the powers, so he turned bad, and then like all
But
Lanterns
isn't that
stories.
what the yellow guy was doing?
Yes, that is also what he was
And
doing.
he just now figured out that he could just do what the yellow man was doing?
Yeah, but he stayed green and not yellow though.
Turn
And then they
red?
sent, then one of the Lanterns that died sent another ring back to Earth, and it got on Kyle Reiner, and he became the new Green Lantern, and he had to fight Hal Jordan.
You made me less interested in
I
Just
just
giving you
said
a
he
show.
was the most recent one. Like
Okay.
I don't know if any new ones came about in the 2000s, but he's the most recent one that I know.
Okay.
Yeah, but Hal Jordan is the main Lantern that everyone knows.
Good, because that's the one I know, and that's
Yeah.
the one that's going to be in this TV show.
Yeah, and then John
Wow.
Stewart is the one that's in the Justice League cartoons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the black one.
That black, yeah.
He was dating the Tiger Girl, right?
African American.
I thought he was dating Hawk Girl.
Was it Hawk Girl?
I thought it was Hawk Girl.
The
Yeah, it's
cheetah.
Hawk Girl.
Is Hawk Girl?
That's all girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Tiger Girl. Guess you don't have anyone. My bad.
Yeah, girls are, no, never mind.
Okay. So then, what was after the Lanterns?
Was it another show or movie?
I thought it was an animated series. Maybe.
No.
Okay, well, whatever. We'll skip the next one and go to Paradise Lost.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, no, I think that was it for the cartoons.
Right.
Yeah.
DC does good with their cartoons though. Like
They
as
do.
far as their
Oh
track
yeah,
record
yeah,
goes.
They
yeah.
do.
Their
I
cartoons are
like
good, so
their
that's why.
And their
cartoons a lot.
cartoon movies are good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
That is
like,
true.
you know,
And their cartoon movies are canon with each other.
Yes.
Because I had started like just randomly watching them,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait, this happened before in the so it was like I watched the future movie, then a past movie, and then somehow a movie in the middle,
Mhm.
and I was like, wait, that didn't happen yet. Yeah, and I was like, oh, they are in order.
well, it's nice
Yeah.
that they sync up. That's
Yeah.
Unlike
intriguing.
the live action movies.
Right.
yeah, because Pattinson's Batman will still exist,
Yes.
but in
Yes.
his own
Yeah,
universe.
called Elseworld. Elseworld.
Elseworld, yes.
Where
like-
like that and the Joker movie will be its own thing, which I
Yeah.
get because you're talking about two movies that are really popular. You're not gonna scrap that, right?
Oh,
Probably not.
WB want to make their
Well,
money.
first of all, if WB is as broke as everyone's saying they are,
They
you
want as many Batmans and as many
You want
universes.
all the
as
Batmans.
Out of
possibly
the
can.
recent DC movie, the Batman is the only one that made money.
well, rightfully so. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with that movie. It's like it's not.
I do. It's not bad,
It's
but
not
it's not
bad.
the
It's
best.
not great, but it's
Yeah.
not bad.
it's just different, and it's a
Yeah.
different kind
Yes.
of Batman than we used to.
Yeah.
But when I watched it the second time, I was like, okay, I liked it better than when I watched it the first time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you know,
And that's the thing.
I
like
like the fact that it was different.
it is different, which I like because no one has tried to do this before.
Yes.
I do think we can get a little better on the Bruce end of it. I think
Yeah.
Batman's not super intelligent in this movie.
I'm gonna assume
But
That-
watching some of the cartoons, Batman is really not.
He's supposed to be the world's greatest detective.
His
But he didn't
detective
start out
work
that
be
way.
sucking, and I think Alfred be helping him a lot.
Oh,
like I mean, a flying
it was
like
so
I mean, it was,
obvious.
how obvious is that?
It's a bat.
A
He's
bat.
like, maybe it's Falcone because of Falcons. Like, what are you talking about?
like Falcons fly. Like, yeah, but
Like,
Right.
he asked about a winged rodent.
yeah,
And
a
I'm like,
winged rodent.
it's a
What's
bat.
the first thing you think of when you think of a winged rodent? A
bat.
freaking bat.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you are a bat.
Yeah,
If nothing else, you think about yourself.
right.
Like,
And
come on,
to be
Bruce.
honest about the movie too, if it would have ended when Riddler got arrested,
You know, it should have ended it there.
I
Definitely.
think that would have upped the movie score a lot more.
Yeah, it should have
Probably,
ended
yeah.
there.
Probably.
The
Yeah.
next 45 minutes was not me.
That's when the ratings
And,
went down.
All them poor people don't have nowhere to live. I'm sorry.
Yeah, where they gonna go?
That's true and everything. Come on now.
It's
Where you gonna go?
blood.
Metropolis?
Yeah, they Blood Haven.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to.
That's where all the leftovers go. Apparently,
Apparently, the sun never comes out
and it always
Ever.
rains.
and rains every day. You would think they live in Seattle or something.
Dude, they're gonna have a great
mean,
sewer system. That
They
was a
have
lot
to.
of rain.
Better than Cleveland, because I-77 floods every time it rains heavy.
Every time.
Every
Like,
time.
come on, guys.
Yeah.
How long we gonna let this
Yeah.
go on?
This is just Gotham as a whole. Like, we need to work on Gotham.
Yeah,
Get some sun in there or something.
just maybe
Yeah,
that's
it
why
has
Bruce
to
was
be
so moody.
daytime
He just
eventually.
hasn't
Like
seen the sun.
even in the
Right.
cartoon, it was daytime sometimes.
Exactly, there was
Yeah,
some
true.
episodes in the daytime.
Yeah.
True.
So I mean, you know,
The
Yeah.
sun does come out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because without it, I don't think people would live. Because like you kind of need that.
Right.
But you know,
For how dark and gloomy it is, we'd be like, do
Yeah.
this many rich people
you know how
live here?
angry people would be. I mean,
Maybe that's why this is such bad. The sun don't come out. Everyone's angry, so they just commit all the crimes.
so the son's just like, yeah, nah, I'm just gonna go to Metrocity. Wait, no, Metropolis. Yeah.
He said atrocity.
I mean, my bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so, but my thing is, even though like I feel like that movie to me was okay, not great or whatever,
Mm.
I would definitely watch the second one for sure.
Yeah, I'd absolutely. watch
And
that.
I think
Yeah.
WB knows that,
Mm.
and so they're not gonna scrap those movies.
No, not at all.
No.
And I don't
That's the
blame
money
him for
maker
that.
for them.
I don't
Yeah.
blame him for that.
Yeah.
All
So-
right. Paradise Lost.
Yes, which is they said a Game of Thrones type show about the land that
Wonder Woman.
yes, Wonder Woman came from.
The Therum
Game of
Therum
Thrones type?
Mascara.
Yeah, they said Game.
Like straight on
I
Game
mean,
of Thrones type.
I'm hoping
I
we
don't
skip
think like
all the stuff you're thinking about.
Okay.
I
don't
think
think
maybe
so.
the battles and stuff, maybe
Okay,
that.
all right.
and
not-
the like the land
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that type of
yeah,
yeah.
not the
Okay. Not
incest,
the
not the
extracurricular activities.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We skip all of that.
Okay.
I would hope.
It is gonna be
Got
on
it.
HBO.
So that means
So all of that then.
I'll
And
stay
then
what
some.
HBO stands for. But
So that
Yeah.
seems
And they said they're not ruling out Gal Gadot as still being Wonder Woman.
that's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I
man,
think
it's
she
kind
was
of a stretch if they want to make everybody younger.
This will
But
have
she
to
was
be.
relatively young though.
But
Yeah,
she's
but like as far as a 10-year,
yeah, but she's in her 30s now. Depending on like this hasn't
Yeah.
even started shooting.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, but she could be like a retired Wonder Woman or something. I don't know. I mean, I know I just called her old, and I apologize.
Yeah.
sorry, gal,
Yeah.
we love you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be great.
I
If
mean,
she
they
return.
could go that route, and then it end up being Wonder Girl that ends up.
I never
leaving
understood
on.
Wonder Girl. Where did she come from?
Where did Wonder Woman come from? They on an island full of women.
Okay.
So they all come from there.
Yeah.
I
But in
thought
the
Wonder-
Wonder Woman movie, they said like it was Zeus
Yeah.
that created her
Yeah.
So she didn't come from there. Then.
She came from the island.
from the island. Yeah.
Oh, she did come from the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know. It's
I
confusing.
got some
It's
other
kinda
questions, medical questions that I'm just wondering.
Zeus is their father.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Greek
So-
mythology,
Yeah.
So none of them
Zeus is
ever like
God.
got off the island and like boinked in a regular.
Nope, none of them.
nope,
Okay.
nope,
Nope.
nope.
That's
They were
the whole
all
point.
they all was created.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no
I guess.
outside forces contributed to that. Yeah. So,
That's why she's so strong and stuff. Like, yeah.
From abstinence. That's where the strength comes from.
I guess that make you strong too.
I can withstand anything. Okay, I'm with it.
okay. So then next up we have Batman: The Brave and the Bold, which is another Batman film, not connected to the Batman film we were just talking about.
Right.
I think the name choice is a little interesting to me. Because when I
Batman,
think
the
of
Brave and
Brave
the
the
Bold.
Bold, I think of that goofy cartoon.
I do too.
Really?
Every time I see it now,
I think of
I
that.
think of the cartoon.
Think of that soap opera, The Bold and the Beautiful.
Oh, The Bold and Beautiful? Is that
Yeah.
What's that was called?
The soap opera,
Yeah.
The Bold and the Beautiful.
Yes, The
yeah.
Bold and the Beautiful, I think.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
And
Does
Young
he-
and the Restless. and
All my
Guiding
children.
All my
Oh, I
children.
forgot about All My Children.
Yep.
Yep. Need to do a podcast on just soap operas.
Hey, a
How
lot of
crazy would
famous
that be?
actors got their starts.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true. For that, all that overacting and
The dramatic pause.
impossible scenarios too. I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way.
Someone is always a twin or a clone.
Right, you cheated on the guy
So
with a
let's-
guy in a coma.
Yeah.
How? How do you do that?
And then he wakes up from the coma 20 years later.
Right.
They go missing and they show back up like
I'm
10
like-
years later.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Anyway,
They keep it going.
they do.
But yeah, The Brave and the Bold.
So-
That series in the comic book is also written by Grant Morrison.
Oh, so there is a series called The Brave and the Bold. And it's not connected at all to the cartoon called The Brave and the Bold.
No.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
So, interesting note, this says that this will have Damien in it.
In the storyline, Damien is the Robin.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I like Damien a lot. He's kind of bratty, which is why I like him.
Okay. You
But
can
I-
relate, I assume.
What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
Okay.
You liked him because he's bratty.
Because it's different.
It is different.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's different.
like an
And then-
excuse.
Whatever. But what I found interesting about that is like if we're starting off with Damon, which is like it's kind of cool and then kind of sad because we never got a real Robin and none of
Right.
our Batman stuff.
Yeah.
And then,
So I
like,
am glad that it will be a Robin
but
and
we're
it's
skipping
starting
to
out
the
with
end.
We are because he also said that the movie will lead to the Bat family. So that means Nightwing, Batgirl, and the other Robin would have already exist.
Well, if Damien is in this movie, then that
Yes.
means Dick Grayson and Tim Drake also has to be in this movie because you can't have Damien without the other ones.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it's not right. But then I'm
Yeah.
like, we got Damon. Like, we're skipping a lot of story.
We are.
Because, I mean, like, everyone's going to be like, well,
So
where did
we're
this kid
going
come
straight to Nightwing and not Robin.
from? Right.
Yeah.
And then, like, I mean.
And then you got Red Robin.
Then we don't
and
have
Batgirl.
Ra's al Ghul. We don't have his daughter. There's a lot happening. Like, oh, yeah, Batman got this kid now.
Yeah. Well,
From
I'm pretty
what-
sure the his daughter will be in it. And you know Ra's al Ghul never dies. So
I don't know. I just like, are we going to start off with that, like,
probably.
hey, Batman, here's your kid. I'm about to run away now. It was basically how that went down.
Yeah. I think that's probably
would
how
suck.
it's going to start.
I think you kind of got to, right?
Yeah.
Because I think otherwise,
Because it's not going to make sense.
I think what we were saying before is like, you're assuming people already know this story.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like movies,
That's probably what the movie is going to be about.
well, explaining the story.
No, the movie being about him finding out that he has a son and then his son becoming
But
Robin.
if it's anything like the animated movie, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I like the animated
Yeah.
movie.
So that means Ra's al Ghul is going to be the main villain for the movie.
And then he dies.
Yeah.
You just fall asleep.
So I
Yeah.
think that's interesting.
Yeah, I have mixed. I'm with you though, D. I have mixed feelings about it, but I am excited that there is going to be finally a Robin,
Yes, for sure.
and I do like the idea of them starting with Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now, this brings me a few more questions. We gotta talk about the Bat family. One, Damien has to be played by a little kid. I know it's a little weird, and we tend not to do that, but Damien doesn't work unless he's like 10,
yeah, right.
which is problematic.
There's some labor laws that have to go into effect there.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to get a real young looking 15-year-old.
He needs a work permit.
he's gonna be tall.
Most of the 15-year-olds nowadays are tall.
You
Well,
can
that's what I'm
find a
saying,
short one.
Okay.
I mean, some boys don't hit their growth spurt till they like 18, 19.
Ain't true that.
Okay. So, like, because it, like, if he's like 15, 16, it doesn't really work, right? Because I said,
Yeah.
like, Damien's a brat.
Yeah.
If you're that old acting like that, Batman can just punch him in the face.
Yeah,
And should.
And should.
I would.
Yeah. So it's like he has to be young.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it will be a young actor, but not young in age.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, that means Batman can't be that young because then he has to be in his 30s in order to have a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Which-
I think that is going to be the thing.
And
that
then
Batman
that brings
is
me
in his
back
30.
to Superman, who we said was going to be young, but he can't be that young because
Yes.
Damien, Superman's kid, what's his name, Mikey or whatever his name is, they're friends.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, Superman can't be that young.
Right.
So do you think they're taking all of this into consideration?
I
or
don't think
just
they're
sweeping
taking
this
all
under
this
the table?
into
I think they
consideration.
are taking it into consideration,
Are they?
But
but you know, when it comes to like cartoons and comic books, the characters are ageless.
I'm fine with that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, here's the thing. There's a difference between 25 and 35.
Yeah, but
And
like
if
when
your
you think of
Superman-
Smallville, the first 3 seasons they were in high
Somebody's
school.
Okay, and first of all, while he was busy trying to play a freshman in high school, he was 30 years old and he knew
I
it.
was like, there's no, he's got to be a student teacher conference.
I don't even
I don't
know.
know.
What was
Counselor
the
or
point of
something.
making him a freshman? And you could have just made him a senior, and I would have bought
True
that
that.
better.
True that.
But you made him a freshman. I'm like, this dude is 25 years old,
It was huge.
and he was huge. They did like,
Yeah.
I mean, one
Lex was like almost 50.
exactly like Lex is my friend. Are you kidding me? Lex is your daddy. What are you talking about? Like, it doesn't make any sense, and it
Yeah.
doesn't help that the guy playing Clark is just a big person in general.
He's
Yeah.
a big guy. Tom Welling
Like,
is a big guy.
You're a
Yeah.
big guy, and especially when they had like the new Superman guy, like skinny Superman, like
Oh yeah.
he's a good Superman or whatever.
He is.
He's just skinny.
Yeah.
And then you put him next to Tom, and you're just like, something's not right about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Superman can't be skinny. Like I get that he has superpowers, but it's like, okay, let his body image match that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, he has to be.
It's like he's
Massive.
a farmer.
Yeah.
There's not too many skinny farmers. Like,
No,
them
those
dudes are
those
huge.
cats is built,
Well,
man.
because you're working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Working and also eating
Yeah.
quite a hefty meal on
Yeah.
a nightly basis, straight from your backyard.
Yeah. So,
So-
I just
Ain't it though?
that's
You
true.
gonna eat somebody else's farm animals?
No, I mean, otherwise, why am I doing all that work?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I just
But
wonder
you have a point.
if this is something they thought of.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I don't.
I think they
so.
know about it, but I don't think they.
Okay,
Yeah.
right?
Really?
Because I mean, Damien and Superman's kid being friends is a thing, like a
Mhm.
big thing in the
Yeah.
comics, right?
Right.
Yeah. Talking about Kent,
And I
Superman got another
Connor,
kid.
Connor.
Connor is not Superman's kid.
Oh, you talking about Superman's kid?
Yes,
Oh, maybe.
Damien's
Oh,
not friends with
right,
Superboy.
right. Well, maybe they not gonna have Superman's kid in it.
But who Damien gonna be friends with?
I don't know.
He needs a friend. It mellows him out.
I don't know.
he does need a friend. And I
Look it
think
up.
that would be a good
Exactly.
direction to go in if
Mhm.
for a DC reboot, definitely.
Yes.
So I would hope that they would play
I
on
think
that.
you should consider it because it's a thing that happens.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta figure out what Superman's kid name is. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not Mikey, but it's something.
What's Superman's name? Clark. It was.
They named him Clark Jr. There should be no more people.
I
No.
hope
Clark.
not.
I felt like in the
I hope
'90s, everyone's kid was a junior.
not.
It
Right.
didn't matter who.
Ew, a Clark Jr. Ew, don't do that.
You're
Well,
making me
anyways,
Google it now.
while someone figures out what Clark's son's name is, next up is Supergirl, which was I don't know. I never really cared for Supergirl. What I did find interesting when I didn't know, because I guess her portrayals in the animated stuff is not always. She's kind of opposite of what Superman is. You know how I
Yeah,
said that?
she is supposed to be the rough,
Exactly.
brooding one
And
because she was left behind.
right. See, like you made that face, and you're like, really? I was like, really? Because whenever we
They
see
never
her,
do her like that.
They never do her like that. And she's basically the opposite of Clark, because Clark was raised by a nice family, blah, blah, blah. She was by herself, stuck on an asteroid or something, I guess, and just turned into an angry person.
Mhm.
And like, yeah. So she's an angry, moody person. I was like, really? I didn't know.
Never mind.
So
Never mind.
so that's that. So I found that interesting. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I don't know. Supergirl never really interests me, but maybe this is something. If they're telling her true story, then that seems like
Because
something
the
worth
thing
watching.
is that, and I guess Smallville touched on it a little bit. She was supposed to come first because she was supposed to be here first.
Okay.
So she will get used to Earth and she takes care of Superman.
Oh.
But it got mixed up. He got sent first and she ended up getting stuck.
Okay.
So when she finally gets to Earth, there's no baby for her to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
He's a grown adult and is like, I'm older than him. This is supposed to be my baby cousin.
Right.
And so it's just like, it's kind of this was supposed to be me, but it's you.
Like a resentment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's like she wasn't raised on Earth.
Right.
So it's just like she doesn't have the care for humans as
That-
Superman does.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I find that interesting. I didn't know that part of her story. That's whenever
Yeah.
we get her. we
Yeah, they
don't
always
get
make
that.
her like so happy,
She's, like
go
super
lucky,
nice, and I
yeah,
wonder
Yeah, like a
if that's
cheerleader.
yeah.
Exactly, and I wonder is that because she was a girl? They insist,
More
you
than
know,
likely,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she is supposed to be basically like how Superman was in Man of Steel. the
That's supposed to be
movie.
Supergirl.
That's how Supergirl is supposed to be.
That'd have been super weird.
It would have been
Because it's like it's not the Supergirl I'm familiar with.
familiar with. Yeah,
Yeah. So if
yeah,
they
but her
change
actual
it now,
origin, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so then last on that thing is Booster Gold.
yes, that's the last TV show.
and
Interesting.
that like that night looking samurai.
No.
No.
He's like an actor who has.
He's
powers
kind
for
of
some
remind me
reason.
of like Speed Racer with his look, cause he like have a blue suit with the super.
with like a
gold
gold
sunglasses.
visor thing on
Yeah,
it.
so
okay.
his character he's from the future
Oh, he's from the future.
and he tries to be a hero, but he sucks. So he finds this time cube that allows him to travel in the past.
Mhm.
So he travels in the past so he can be a hero. And the thing is, what also helps him is he's from the future, so he knows how things play out.
Oh, so he's cheating.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's his character. So it's like from where he from, he gets no respect and people don't like him.
Mhm.
So he goes in the past. so people can like him because now he's saving people and preventing things from happening.
Because he already knows.
Because he already knows what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, hey, if I'm gonna be from the future, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make some bets on some sporting events. But, whatever.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds interesting enough. I mean, I do like that they're going with like different genre things and different and different stories and all, but it does make me wonder how will all of these things connect because they're all so different.
Yeah.
They're which is like good and also, but then it's like, how do you create your connected universe from this? Which makes me like, are you making it more complex now?
Right.
Well, I think they are, but that is going to be a surprise as to how they connect them. Like, is it going to be a like straight on like same timeline type of deal, or is it going to be like some type of freaky?
I don't know.
Time
and then it makes
flipper?
me wonder. Is like, I mean, we already know DC had a problem with like not thinking things through. It's like, did you really put all of these puzzle pieces together and say, this is how these 9 shows are going to work, or these 9 whatever is going to work?
I think kind of what our optimism about it is because that it hasn't worked. And it's like watching James Gunn video of the release and what's the plan is for chapter 1. To me, he sounded really convincing. Like he's behind these projects. These projects are being worked on. This is what they envision. My thing is, you could say this,
Right.
but I'm like, at this point, I need to see it in action.
Right. True. And I know the difference is like seeing him speak is like, he sat down and wrote an outline on a plan, right? And they said that, their plan is to release 2 movies and 2 shows a year. He said if something isn't ready, they're not going to release it. Good. Right? We know in the past, it's like they try to start at the end. I mean, you had the Batman v Superman movie, which was all over the place. They took 3 different comics, slapped it into a movie when you really could have separated those into its own 3 separate movies.
Yeah, that Justice League movie could have been a 3-part.
Yeah. Yeah, so you squished
That
them
could
all
have been
together.
a trilogy in its own.
Yeah, they didn't have any consideration for who the characters are, for their source material, none of that. So I do seem that James Gunn is focusing more on those things that DC has failed at before. But I do wonder 2 things. One, is it too much James Gunn? Because he not only is in charge of everything, but he's writing some of these things, he's directing some of these things. And for me, and I know a lot of people are James Gunn fans, he's hit and miss to me. Like, I'm not a Suicide Squad fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a Guardians of the Galaxy fan. So then it's like, oh, James Gunn is going to come in here and put his stamp all over everything. And for me, I'm like, I'm not sure
Not
what.
impressed.
Yeah.
I kind of I feel like kind of like what they do in college football. So in college football, they have a committee, and the committee changes. Same with college basketball when it comes to their postseason play. And the committee rotates. So it's not always the same people every single time. Because what happens is your thinking, what you think stays the same. And it's just like if it's a real strong voice in the room or a couple of them, they can eventually start to sway other people to think their same way. So it's just like they constantly rotate and bring new people in, then ideas stay fresh. And I feel like DC should do this and Marvel should do this so you don't get complacency and you don't get the same things over the same stories told over and over again, but in a slightly different way. I feel like you should have a fresh thought, fresh mind, fresh ideas after so often.
Yeah,
And
I think so too.
I feel like what Dee was saying, like with James Gunn, and I feel like it's like this with any director. Like, not every Steven Spielberg movie hit. Most of them did. He is a good director, but you're gonna have some misses in there. So it's like with him having this much control on all these shows and all these movies, it's like, okay, how many of them are actually gonna be good?
Right.
Right. Yeah, I just wonder if he's giving too much. Now they did say
His
that.
ideas is great.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, but
having
An
a great idea and executing it.
executing it,
playing
yeah.
that out is two different things.
Yeah. Now they did say that I believe Ben Affleck will still have some sort of an involvement. I'm assuming he's going to be involved in the Batman movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ben Affleck is a good director.
Yeah.
That is something I would like to see, and I think that we're going to have something different in it. Let it be the Batman movie that's different.
Yeah.
So Ben Affleck alone.
I feel like Batman and Superman
No,
should have a different
I
view.
don't know how involved Ben Affleck will be.
Okay.
Only that they said he would be involved.
Okay. I would say not Ben Affleck alone.
No.
Like he needs.
Oh yeah, no.
Extra, you know,
Yeah.
guidance to make this thing work. Cause like, you're Ben Affleck, but how much do you know about DC? How much do you know about Batman?
I feel like
But a lot of times, I feel like sometimes if you do have some writers in the room that don't know, like, all of the background, because it's like sometimes you can have like, let's say, you may have a minimum idea, like with the Lanterns,
right.
but it's like if me and you are in the room writing a story about it, I can give you a little bit of background.
But here's
and you can,
the thing: if I'm gonna write a Batman movie or a Superman movie, and I don't have knowledge of these things,
I mean, you
then
should have
you
some
better
knowledge.
go pick up a comic book and read it and have
Well,
knowledge
I get
of
that.
these
Yeah,
things.
that's my thing. You have
Yeah.
to have some
Well,
quote
because
unquote
even the
experts in the room.
actors
Yeah.
read up on the characters
As
as
you
well.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have
Yeah.
to have some experts in the room.
Yeah, you guys are
You
like
also have to have some like people that are thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because like we do, like you said, we don't want the same thing year after year after year.
No.
You got to get some difference.
No, but I think you do need that because we are talking about comic book characters that has a source material that people know very well. So I think one of the problems is people like coming in with these ideas and then they kind of miss the boat on the character. And when you're talking about like movies like this, when it's based off of a previous media, you can't do that.
Right.
Right? Like Batman has to be Batman. Superman has to be Superman. You can't like, oh, well, this is my version of Superman. No.
Right.
This is Superman.
Now with Batman, it's a lot of different angles that can come from. Because I mean, remember Batman used to dance.
Right. I
So,
mean, and Batman
the
is
way
a
Batman is
complex
now,
character, so maybe Batman
very
wasn't. Honestly, that was on this morning.
With what?
The movie?
The,
Or the show?
Adam West?
Show, yeah, with the Riddler in it. It was the Riddlers. The riddles were so stupid. Oh my god! It was like, how is a bear and a tree alike?
They both bark.
No. That's
bears
how
bark?
a dog and a tree is alike.
I don't know. I would just throw something out there.
And
Wrong.
They both brown. All right. I don't think it's calling for this much laughter.
Okay, it's dumb because a bear lumbers and tree turns into lumber. It's
So
such
it's
a stretch.
lumber?
It doesn't make any sense.
That was
Okay.
definitely a stretch.
that was a
Oh
stretch.
my god, it was so bad. Yeah, that was like 2 minutes. I was like, wow. But like Batman is a complex character. There's a lot of, like we said, like Christopher Nolan's version of Batman was a fine version of Batman because it captured that one part of Batman. This Batman we just got captured that one part of Batman. I mean, no movie has gotten all of the Batmans right, but they've all been a part of Batman that we know.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if any of the other characters are as complex as Batman is. Like I don't know. Is Green Lantern just Green Lantern, isn't he?
As far as we know, how much else do we know about Green Lantern besides him being Green Lantern?
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about him.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
I'm gonna have to-
It's kind of like one dimensional for real. But Batman, you got so many different
Yeah.
emotions and avenues that you can go down. And like I said, each actor that played him brought out a different part of Batman.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Which I think with the other characters, to me, I mean, someone's gonna yell at me, read this comic book, whatever.
Mhm.
But to me, the other character seems to be easier. Within the means is that for the writers and the producers and all of these things, you have your source material, follow that, and it doesn't have to be a shot for shot thing, but you need to capture the essence of the character.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the problems that the original DC has failed to do.
Mhm.
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Batman has been beaten to death.
I mean,
Well, not death, but like it's been beaten pretty heavily.
it's
So-
been done because it's their moneymaker. right? You put out a Batman movie, people are gonna watch it. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm a Batman fan. Like if Batman's in it, I'm going to watch
My
it.
favorite superhero of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they know that. So it's like, oh, we'll just give them more Batman, and we're gonna be like, yes, please. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I do do different. One thing we didn't mention, we forgot Blue Beetle,
Oh yeah.
which is, I don't know. I mean, I think that could be interesting. Now
Yeah.
Blue Beetle is young though, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a teenager.
So how does that? See, that's what I'm saying. How's that all gonna fit? Is he gonna be hanging out with Damien? But Damien's a child.
Right.
Please don't do that.
I don't know. It's that's why I'm wondering what connects all these universes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what weird thing is connecting all these universes?
Yeah.
Is it just that same timeline? Everything's on that same, or is we got different? You know what I mean? That's just gonna intersect in one way or another through some type of glitch in the universe or whatever. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know because Shazam, whatever.
Shazam. There's an H in there, pretty heavy H
Okay,
that you just threw out
whatever. Maybe the H is
multiple
silent.
times.
The
Maybe
H is silent.
Yeah, the H is silent. It's like Spanish. The H is silent.
Yeah, but when it comes after an S, it's usually not silent.
H is always silent in Spanish. Thank you very much.
I don't think it is after
Yes,
an
it
S.
is.
But this is America. We're speaking English. Shazam.
Shazam.
So, anyways,
Shazam.
that's the first movie, which I'm guessing
come out in a couple of weeks.
it's gonna have some sort of connection to Flashpoint.
Yeah, they said it's supposed to.
Which I'm like, how that and the trailer for that movie, both movies does not look interesting to me, and I feel like the trailer to the first one, I feel like they showed us the whole movie.
Are there
What
multiple
did they show
Batmans
the
in the
whole-
Flashpoint?
I'm thinking it will be.
I think there's more than one.
I think
different
they holding
They're gonna
it
do
close
a
to chest.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
thing.
because I know
But I think-
Michael Keaton is one of
Yes.
the Batmans.
Yeah.
I think there's
but
more
I
of 'em.
think Christian Bell
Mhm.
and Ben Affleck is in the movie.
Okay. I think I heard about Ben Affleck too. So
Yeah.
Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck definitely. So I'm thinking they are
Yeah.
kind of playing that angle.
Oh,
more than-
really? They're gonna do some time traveling nonsense or something?
I think so, or just different.
No, not
universes
time
or something
traveling.
like that.
Yeah, but different universes colliding.
Because it's the Flash.
Did you
so-
watch the cartoon
No, I
Flashpoint?
did not because
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want to.
Okay. Well, in the cartoon Flashpoint, when he screws it up, Batman is Thomas Wayne because Bruce and his wife died.
Because he screwed up the time.
He screwed up the timeline.
So Thomas Wayne becomes Batman.
Thomas Wayne becomes Batman.
Okay.
Yeah. And he shoots people as Batman.
Because his
Okay.
family died, so he decided.
Yeah, he doesn't have a no-kill rule.
Okay.
So, hey, that's my kind of Batman.
Fair enough. I
Honestly.
mean, does Batman really have a no kill rule? We
Right.
definitely just watched him kill
Yeah.
people.
But they did say that in this the new Batman, that yes, it's supposed to be a no-kill because he's supposed to be training Damian Wayne to not
Oh, that makes
kill,
sense
and
because
Damian Wayne is trained assassin.
he's a
Yeah.
crazy person. He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
So fair enough. You can't tell someone not to kill while you're killing people.
Yeah.
Hey, don't do what I do.
Exactly.
Be better than me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Shazam supposed to
No, Shazam.
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 Shazam. Ignore the H. It doesn't
No,
exist.
now you're making
Throw two S's on the beginning.
Shazam. Supposed to lead right into Flashpoint.
Right. So that's connected somehow.
Yeah, and then Flashpoint is supposed to lead into Aquaman, and then Aquaman supposed to lead into Blue Beetle.
How?
I think it's just gonna be an end credit scene to connect each movie.
That's a stretch.
Like,
You gotta make it
God,
work.
that's lazy,
Instead,
man.
of,
Like,
instead of
Exactly.
just ending, I think it's gonna be a credit scene that connect.
But
all
like,
movies.
how though? Like, I mean, do the people? What's the name of that? Whatever. So Flashpoint is him doing time traveling nonsense that's gonna reset the whole universe,
right.
and then that's connected to Aquaman, and he's doing underwater nonsense.
Mhm.
Doing who
Yeah,
cares?
water
It's
robots.
Aquaman. Who cares? It's
Water
not
robots, like,
important.
stick their feet out the water and do the little.
Yeah,
They should do that. In movies.
we all
Just
know
for
Aquaman is like the worst superhero.
episode of Family Guy when he was in the water. He was like, "Yeah, man, if you come over by the water, I destroy you." But outside of that, he think like threw a fish at him or something like that. But yeah, he's pretty lame.
So overall, I mean, I don't. It's going to be better than what it was, I think.
Yes.
I
will say that.
I mean, maybe because it's been so bad, I'm not
That
getting
anything is better.
that anything is better, but at the same time, I'm not getting my hopes up. But I still feel like I'm not sure how they're going to make this all work. I feel like it's complicated, and I'm not sure if everything is going to connect the way they say it is.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Now it would be.
We forgot something else. What is wrong with you people?
You have it written down in front of you.
I know.
We're being blamed for forgetting.
It's
Because-
2 things.
Swamp Thing
Yeah.
was the
supposed
last
to be a
one.
horror movie.
Yeah. He's some guy who turns, I don't know.
And they have
His
made
thing.
Swamp Thing movies before.
Well, there was a TV show that people really liked that got canceled.
Yeah.
But they really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when HBO was doing, remember, Warner Brothers is broke. And then HBO was doing a lot of shuffling around. And I guess not to me. I guess the people who watched it liked it, but not a lot of people watched it.
It was a recent Swamp Thing show?
Yeah.
Thought who was talking about the show that came out in like the 70s?
No.
Oh, I didn't know it was a recent one.
See? This is probably why they canceled it.
Came out with a show
Nobody
no one
knew it was
knows.
But I guess the people who watched it really liked it.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, the character itself seems kind of interesting, I guess. But yeah, so that's also happening. That was the last one on the list.
The Authority.
That was the one I skipped over because I
Okay.
didn't know what it was.
I didn't know. I don't know what it is either.
Well, how can I talk about
like you're
something I
taking a
don't
test?
know?
If you don't know the answer, just skip it and come back to it.
Exactly.
If you have time.
And I still don't know the answer. I went to Bubble and see.
Okay. Yeah, if all else fails, go for C.
It's been working.
It has. I agree.
That's a 25% chance of being correct.
Yeah, but if you don't know the
I'm
answer,
like, okay. That's why I'm like, how can you say go for C? You have 3 other possibilities.
because it's like, look, you go through your entire test, you come back to it, and you're like, man, I'm still dumb and I don't know the answer. I'm just gonna bubble and see. Why not?
Because
that's just the saying, right? You're right.
I guess
have
it works if you skipped only 1 or 2 answers.
Well, if you're
But
skipping,
if you skip like
all 10 of those answers that you skip,
first of all, if you're skipping 10 answers,
You
you
didn't
failed
study.
anyway.
first of all, let's
You
not
already
speculate.
failed.
yeah, you're already at 25%.
You already failed if you
failed.
skip. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if I have one question left that I simply don't know the answer to. I read it and thought about it and I don't know. I'm just gonna bubble and see. It's
The
fine.
probability is 25% chance of
Right.
being
I
right.
could
1 in
bubble
4.
and B and have the same chance of getting it right or wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It doesn't
basically any answer.
That's
would be
true.
cool.
But the thing is, like, if now I'm just guessing, then I'm just gonna guess.
So
C.
she's gonna guess C.
Okay. I still don't get the logic behind that, but I did use it.
I'm saying.
So-
I
My
mean,
logic was if the answers I knew were correct
Mm.
and they were the same letters, the answer I didn't know, I made sure it was another letter. 'Cause I was like, it can't be B 5 straight times.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, one of these is wrong. It can't be
That's
A.
true. That's true.
4 times in a row.
That is true.
Unless I was confident that it was, then I'm like, all right, the answer I don't know cannot be A.
but see, you're doing too much thinking now. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that much thinking on a question I don't know the answer to.
I mean, okay.
I'm just saying, I've taken lots of tests,
I got you.
If I know that I passed the test already, I don't really care about it if I get the question wrong.
but I'm not. But see,
I just bubble in anything.
how do you know you passed the test already?
Because if all the other answers I knew,
Yeah.
like I'm confident
If
in,
I'm
I'm
that
like, yeah, I'm
confident
cool.
in-
Well,
My
that's what
other
I'm saying.
answers.
So then, yeah, just bubble and see.
But why C though?
Because it's just easy, right? I'm at the end, right? Oh, I got 2 questions I didn't know. C, move on with my
Like
day.
when you say the alphabet, do you say C louder than all the other letters? Because like what else does it make it stand out? Like
Because the probability is the same with
You're
all the
right.
other letters.
It is the same. That's just my philosophy.
Okay. All right.
Because I gotta pick a letter. Like, why?
And
are
that's
you
why.
thinking
And
about,
I told you my philosophy. I'm
But
like,
that's
if it's
too
too
much
many
thinking.
letters,
Why are you
in
doing
a
so
row,
much thinking
that's
for a
not that
question
many
I
things.
don't?
I'm
I
looking
feel like
down
you
at the
got to do a
motion.
little bit of thinking if,
You just said you was confident in all your other answers.
yeah. So if I am that confident, I'm like, I don't even have to answer this question for real.
Oh, you never skip it.
I mean, if I don't, yeah. If I already know I passed, what difference will it make?
Because I don't want out of 100 questions, that one question be the reason why I messed up.
I think then if that's the case, I wasn't that confident in all them other answers. If this one question is gonna do me in,
You never know. Look, when you sit down
Yeah.
and take a test for 8 hours, it gets into your head.
8 hours, the whole work shift. I don't think I ever took that long to take a
Oh,
test.
I have.
Yeah,
It gets
'cause I'm
into
like
your
the
head.
SET and the SAT is
SET, the SET,
ACT, right?
ACT and
The ACT
SAT.
and the
SATs.
SAT.
That's
The
4
SATs.
hours.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
No.
that's the longest I ever.
Yes, I've taken some 8-hour tests.
Oh my God.
So after a while, the philosophy of just choose C
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, after 8 hours, you're like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to get the test done.
Yeah, like I just want to get out of here. So C.
Wow. Mine would
Yeah.
explode.
So Swamp Thing, you said I skipped the authority
The
that I
Authority.
didn't know what it was.
I didn't know
skipped
what it was, so that's fine.
Yes.
That's how we got on this whole skipping thing.
Oh, right.
Right. If we don't know what it is,
This movie is gonna be rated as
while we was
C.
talking about, I'm like,
'cause we
man,
don't know what it
how did we
is.
get here?
I don't know.
That's how we got.
That was a stretch.
Okay, that was.
Yeah.
So
It's in there now, though.
So overall, I think it's nice that they have a plan.
They finally have a plan.
That they
Yes.
finally have a plan. Like I don't know why they went into this originally with no plan. End up losing a ton of money because people have a tolerance for bad movies and just said, nah.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah. So like
I
that's
think it was
good.
Wonder Woman '84. That's just everybody was like, "Yep, I'm
Man,
done."
That movie came on TV. I was like, I just.
I have
couldn't,
yet to
man.
watch it again.
I
Why
couldn't.
would you?
I know
Oh.
we rate movies pure torture, but I think you can play that movie for torture.
Absolutely.
Just tie someone down to a chair and play
I
it.
just couldn't, man. I could not. I'm like, no, there's no way I'm sitting here and watching this again.
It's not a good movie. It's like from beginning to end.
It's horrible.
It's just horrible.
The end credits was the best part because I'm like, thank God it's over. That was the best part of the movie.
They made a big deal of her having that suit, and she did nothing with it.
Did nothing
Yeah.
with the suit.
Like, what? Come on. Like,
Like this is supposed to be your special armor.
yeah. Just
Nothing.
it's simply being in the movie is not enough.
Yeah.
Like, do something with it. Show me how it benefited you.
Exactly. Didn't make any sense. And this since you made a big deal out of it, and it's like I don't know the armor from the comic book, So I'm just like, oh, this must be really special.
Right. So show me what.
Did nothing special.
Nope.
No.
And I'm like, well, what was the point of that?
Yeah, I'm like, this make the movie worse.
Yeah. Just, I mean, this is not a Wonder Woman review.
Right.
It's not,
This is
but it
just-
sucks. In case you guys were wondering.
This is just why the DC has fallen. It's because of movies like that.
Yeah, this is why we are where we are, and it
Yeah.
needs a reboot.
So now they're having a plan. I'm not sure if James Gunn is the answer, but I mean, maybe he will surprise me.
We shall see.
We shall see.
He at least has a plan. and
There's
they
a
didn't have
plan.
that before.
They're doing different things which they weren't doing before, so that's also good.
Mm.
I do think it's a little complicated, but
Yeah.
maybe all
is,
we
but
need is end credit scenes.
If they have a plan, I'm gonna assume they have a plan to connect all this complicated nonsense. But
yeah.
maybe we just gotta sit back and wait and see.
I mean, maybe. I mean, so we'll wait and see. We do got a couple of movies that's coming out this year that I'm sure someone in the group will review. And then we get
You're
to
not
see-
reviewing Flash with us?
I do not want to see this movie.
I want you to see it. I just want you to see it because just want to hear what you have to say afterwards. If
So-
you haven't figured it out, during the previews. Like I already know what the movie's gonna happen. Like it hadn't even started yet. What do you mean?
I be on points.
Apparently, that's your thing,
That is my thing. I mean, but sometimes I ruin things for myself, which is kind of disappointing. So,
and everybody else.
whatever.
I'm just saying. But okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
So I think Flash would be a good, but see, Flash was before he got involved, so it's not really a good, because if the movie sucks, I mean, it might hurt the chances of getting everyone to jump on board for this new stuff. But this is before he got involved.
Yeah. All these movies that's coming out this year
So it's
is
like
before he got involved.
so we got a few more years before we can even say yay or nay on James Gunn's DC.
Yeah. We have
It'll be a waiting
until 2025, realistically.
Ugh,
Yikes.
I got better things to do.
Yeah. And I'm like, only reason why these movies are still coming out because they can't keep affording to scrap movies that they spent billions of dollars on.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, put it out there.
Because I mean, honestly, deep down, I feel like James Gunn would have scratched all of them.
Probably, yeah. With what he's been doing so far, yeah, he would have scratched everything.
yeah,
like,
he would have.
No, we gonna start
I
from
mean,
the
like you
beginning.
said, like these stuff has already been produced. They already spent money, and if they're losing as much money as the media says they are,
Yeah.
they got to show these movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put them out there and see what you can make off of.
Yeah. Catch a, was it Flash in the Pan?
And I mean, I know they're really hoping that Flash is it. I don't know about that, but maybe it will surprise
That was
me.
a good pun.
But yeah, so those were our thoughts on James Gunn's Chapter 1. Of the DC.
Gods and Monsters was the called.
Why is it? I don't care.
Okay,
Superman.
where are the monsters?
The creature commandos. I was gonna call it the
Creature commandos?
feature creatures.
It doesn't rhyme. Okay, nice try.
No, that's what I was gonna call it. I'm like, that's not the name of it.
Creature features?
Creature
Featured creatures?
Feature creatures.
Creature commandos.
Yes. So that was our thoughts on James Gunn's DC. Let us know what your thoughts. Are you hyped for it? Do you think it's gonna be better? Just, what are you expecting? I'm not expecting much. But maybe you feel differently. I'm usually the negative one in the group, so
True that.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting quite a bit, honestly, because, I mean, they have a lot to prove.
Mm-hmm.
They've fallen off so severely in the past. So it's like, yeah, they got James Gunn in here to reboot everything and kind of like revamp them. So, like, yeah, he has a lot to prove. So I'm expecting a whole lot from him. You know what I'm saying? Or if not, then I imagine he's going to get fired too.
if not, this will be the end.
This would be the end.
This will be the
It's
end.
got to
Then
be.
we going back to it's just gonna be Superman and Batman movies.
Which I am fine with.
That's
No one
staying on
told
their
them
own.
they had to have a connected universe.
Yeah, nobody told them that until Marvel had some success with it. And
That's
they're like,
what it was.
hey,
Marvel
we
had
need to
success.
keep up with, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's why all that
Yeah.
stuff got rushed.
And
And it
people
was trash.
always thought about like, man, what if Batman and Superman?
Yeah.
And then the cartoon when we grew up was so
Yeah, Batman,
good.
Superman, Avengers.
But
Yes.
it's easy to combine them in a cartoon.
True.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And then, I mean, maybe Batman v Superman may have been good if you didn't slam it into the Doomsday story, and then also
Throw Wonder Woman in there.
threw Wonder Woman in there. It's like, oh, we're also going to softly introduce the Justice League.
Yeah.
Just, we didn't need all of that.
Yeah, wait till later on that. Patience. Like, be
Yeah.
patient, man.
Yeah.
Build a
So
universe.
Doomsday movie would have been sweet.
A true
Yeah.
one? I agree.
Yeah,
That would've
Yeah.
been dope.
And then
He killed
also,
a lot of heroes.
if you're going to kill people, stay dead. This goes for all comic books.
Yeah, don't
Oh, no,
feel
that
like,
never
oh,
happens.
no, we made a mistake. Let's bring them back.
It
Stay
never
dead.
happens. No one,
You know.
no one stays there. No one's.
It makes it better.
Yeah, I know because Captain America died, Superman died, Batman died, Wolverine died, Hulk died. A lot of people died.
Yeah. And then they come back.
And then they
Yeah.
came back. So,
Yeah, so either don't kill them or keep them dead. Just saying.
Just to get the people to read it,
But why if I know they're coming back?
but they don't come back right away. It'd be like a year or two. It does. Then they come back, and you're like, oh, okay.
oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
dead.
Okay. Well, those were our thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. Hit us up on YouTube and wherever else we are posted on.
Wow.
I don't know. Darren knows the
Wow.
he knows the outro. I
I
don't know.
asked if you were ready for
I
this.
did
and
the
you
intro.
said yes.
I don't
Hit us
know
up
the
on the
outro.
YouTube,
And
Google Play,
wherever else we are.
Right. Listen to us to wherever you listen to your podcast.
podcast. Yes, there
Thank
we go.
you. Hit that
And
like.
check us out on YouTube. Hit
Yeah.
that like, subscribe, share.
Thank you. Goodness, I got it.
Yeah, but you didn't do that. Derek did that.
Whatever.
So Derek was ready. But you, however,
Okay, it was. Thank you for listening. Peace out.